Hello everybody and welcome back to competitive multiplayer. So we don't normally record an episode on this day, but we just wanted to do a bonus one so we can get a few jobs done, such as getting the spring crops in. If we can finish this episode with all the crops in the ground, then I'll be extremely happy. Well, we have to actually, because yes, we do have 1 month per episode, and if we do not get the crops in April, we might not get them in at all, because there's a chance that we can't do it in May. I'll have to check. But no, hopefully we can do it all today. Anyway, so why I missed this area, I don't know. Most of the field was spread with lime, but this bit wasn't. I guess I ran out. Right, just go back and find the odd bit. But every other field, well, all the other fields are done. Right, so we do have enough. But yeah, we're going to go and get the drill, which apparently doesn't require as much horsepower as the seed drill. Well, I said the drill, didn't I? I meant the planter. The planter doesn't require as much power as the seeder. It is a modded one. It's a direct planter as well. So that's going to be very, very handy. Right. Okay, so we're going to take the spreader back to the yard. We probably will have to spread fertilizer, but of course we need to empty the lime anyway. So it needs to be in the yard. And I need to be so careful. Oh, as I was saying, I need to be so careful not to drive in this crop because it is now established enough to be destroyed. Yeah. This is the problem actually with this whole area. We've got to go through other fields to access the fields. So when it's fine at this stage on the right, where the crop has literally just been drilled, because it doesn't destroy it, as you can see. But otherwise it does. So we're going to have to get narrow tyres if we need to go through another field in the future. I'm a little bit concerned this tractor is not going to be suitable for the planter, but it's all going to come down to which one I choose. Oh, look at my oak trees. Have they have grown again, haven't they? Unless it's just because the leaves have come out on them and it makes them look a lot bigger. They're doing seriously well. Well, they're not going to be cut down anytime soon. Obviously quite busy. But after harvest, hopefully we can start to take them down. Okay, so yeah, I've taken all the seed and fertiliser that we have to the field already. Oh, look, one went on the other side of the fence. Well, it shouldn't be a problem. I can actually just fill it up from this side. Ram! Whoops, that was unintentional. I just want to put my spreader in the barn. And I'm doing a really bad job of it. Yeah, so I will give it a go, the planting. And if the tractor seems hesitant, then I'll just potentially rent something, but I don't want to, because obviously that is going to be a bit of a hit to the bank account, but we can afford it if we need to do that. It'd be a few £1,000s. Okay, right, so planters. So we've got 5 rows, 7 rows, 9, 11 and 13. And I think 7 was good, wasn't it? It was not a bad size, although that's better. What does that require? That requires 90 horsepower. This one requires 110. We actually should be okay with any of these ratings. 130, we could even pull that, apparently. Yeah, well, we do have a lot to do. So I am kind of interested in getting that. Wow, that's pretty. Does it cost more for these different colours? No, okay. Right, well, in that case, we will go for something maybe a little bit different. Onyx for that. Yeah, that looks good. And seed boxes. I don't want to spend forever just customizing the colours. But, yeah, I love that you can do that. Yeah, we'll go for that colour red. That should be fine. Okay, so £34,000, which means it is within our price range. Renting 1,734, which is really good if you consider this is to put all of our expensive soybeans in. I can put the inoculant tanks on as well, which will allow me to do fertilizer, I believe. But I'm just going to spread. Yeah, just going to spread. I think everything else is okay. Right, now we just pray for the best. Oh, there's chainsaw. He's gone for a... Well, I think it's smaller. Yeah, I think it's a small one. I am a bit worried. I'm not going to lie. We're going to have to put narrow tyres on, actually, because otherwise we can't get through into the other field. I wouldn't be able to with any drill, any planter. So, wheel setup twin, narrow twin. Too expensive. Okay, so we shouldn't have crop destruction now. The drill might have crop destruction, but at least it wouldn't be as damaging as having the tractor with crop destruction. They don't really look any different to what we had on before. I really do want to get the wide tyres. We might actually buy them today when we're done with the drilling. Planting. Oh, I'm going to always get those two mixed up. Oh, it does do solid fertilizer anyway. In which case, we're not going to have enough fertilizer. We should have enough seed, but we probably won't have enough fertilizer. So we'll just put one bag into there. Excuse me. I'm doing a really bad job. I'm going to see you down at the field. There it is, my trailer with all the different bags on there. Tractor can certainly drive in the crop now. Can the drill? I think that probably is destroying it. Yeah, it is. But anyway, here we are. Get the fertilizer maxed out. Get the seed done. And then this is where we have the fun. Getting to the other field. Oh, joy. I could have just put a track in, of course. Depending on which way you look at this. If we'd put a track in, we wouldn't have a crop there anyway. So we'll probably still end up with more crop than if I just removed some of this headland and put gravel in. I think it could be worse. It's not too bad. Obviously it's left some lines, but yeah. You get tram lines in real life anyway, so it's not... Oh dear. As I was saying, yeah, it's not too unrealistic. I love how you can get out and you can stand on the drill, on the planter. Wow, I really am set in my way. Yeah, that's a nice feature. So we don't actually need fertilizer for the sorghum. I keep forgetting that. If we see that it does apply it and it makes a difference, that might not be the end of the world, because it might be used on the next crop. Okay, it doesn't seem to be applying or anything, so yeah, we'll just get rid of it. That's enough of my chuntering. Let's get this started and let's get the fields planted. Hooray! I said planted. hey, it's going really well. I always knew this side of the field was going to be a bit tricky. We did struggle with the New Holland and the drill. In fact, I couldn't do it at all. I had to abort the entire operation. But yeah, the Fendt with the planter, the biggest planter in that mod pack, is doing well. It obviously didn't like it going uphill with it, but it's done it. Yeah, we'll have to come back up and get that final piece and get that piece over there. We'll do a bit of finishing off, but there we go. 2 relatively large soybean fields already done. So we do still have field number 3, and well, I can't believe how quickly we've got through this actually. We have really got through it really quickly. We do have £43,000 in the bank, so I can either save it for a tractor, I can buy another field, or we could buy another polytunnel. All of which are very good ideas. I couldn't really go wrong with any of them. It doesn't actually matter what I do, we won't lose. Yeah, so we've just got the field which we've never actually drilled before to do. Actually, this one had never been drilled before, but it didn't look as bad because it was grass and not stubble. Okay, let's race up to the top and get that piece. And then I think we're done in this field. I am saving up for field 15 as well. If we can get 15 by the autumn, that would be a great step in the right direction. Yeah, we drilled field number 82 with the production field, but it doesn't even matter. If we want to put another greenhouse in, we can do. The greenhouse is worth way more than the crop which is drilled on its footprint, so yeah, we can still expand even though there's a crop in the field. So now we just have the fun of getting out of here. This is going to be interesting. Well, it's just going to be the same as before, but of course we're going to double squash the headland. But the tractor can't, and that is the most important thing, because I know the tractor is very destructive. We've made it. That used exactly half, so we don't really need to top up. Oh no, it's out of everything it's gone. Put the fertiliser in. Why must you do this to me? Always. Right, okay. We've got soybeans. That is the field. I could just drive through the hedge. Yeah, but I probably shouldn't. It was low enough to get through. I couldn't actually get through the gate anyway, so I had to go over that bit of hedge. In the future, we will get a planter which you can tow, like an even wider one, but it's towable, so it'll be the other way around. So thinner, narrower. So this mess of a field is our last one for now. It really looks terrible, but it should look a lot better in just a few minutes' time. So in go more soybeans. Well, certainly pleased that I went for the bigger planter. Yeah, rain's setting in. It's weird because the sky doesn't look that bad. Also, there's a very dirty mark on the front of this tractor. We do need a pressure washer. Yeah, in this game, dirt doesn't affect performance. I suppose Arguably it doesn't in real life, although it actually does, depending on what it is that's contaminated. Yeah, we probably should get a pressure washer, otherwise I'm not going to hear the end of it. So, and it actually is, even I admit this is a little on the dirty side. Yeah, we probably should keep it clean. Although maybe when we drive back up the road it will self-clean, hopefully it does. But we're pretty much done. We're going to be able to empty the seed, take the drill back, and then yeah, go from there. With it being such a wet day now, don't know what we're going to be able to do. Yeah, it's raining for most of the day. The sun is going to come out like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but that is the time. We normally finish about 4:30. Oh yeah, I also found that collision over there. I think it is a map boundary, but it was right on the edge of the field. I don't think it's going to be a major problem, because although it's on the edge of the field, it is outside the crop, but it's very, very close to the field boundary. It's way this side of the grass field margin, but yeah, shouldn't really be a problem. So just get this piece over here. I can't get the piece over in that corner because, like I said, that is where the collision is. Oh, I didn't lower. We'll go round for attempt 2. Good. Oh no, it's a bit over there as well. I think the only way of getting rid of this withered crop is with a cultivator. It seems to be outside the field boundary. I can't get rid of it with the drill. So yeah, we're just going to have to cultivate that out after harvest. This weather has really, really turned. Okay. Yeah, so let's get this taken back up to the store. I'm going to have to just unload the pallets here. We'll have to move them with the Matthew Ferguson. Let's hope they don't spawn in the field. If I go this way, they really should be persuaded to go on the grass. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Done. Yeah, we're done. Unless we buy another field. Let's just have a quick look. So, well, we actually can buy Fendt number 8 if we really wanted to. Wow. Fendt number 2. Fendt number 2 is probably a better one to go for. Should we visit that? The only problem with Fendt number 2 is it won't have had lime spread on it. But I just think we could get another field. Is it worth it? Or is it worth getting another polytunnel? It's amazing how much money you can make in the background from lettuce. Also, that drill planter is not going to fit through this gate. Ooh. Yeah, it's not going to fit through this gate. Yeah. You know, I'm really tempted to get another polytunnel. If we go for the big one, we can make a lot of money. Yeah, I think I'll keep saving up for the big field. Field number 15, because that is just a brilliant one to go for. I mean, for the next field we buy. We are going to spend some money today on the polytunnel. It would be great to either get a bigger tanker or the placeable water fill point, the mill, in this production field. I think it's £10,000, and I think the biggest polytunnel is 36, so we need 46, which means we're almost there. We could potentially, although the weather doesn't really allow for it, but we could potentially spread some fertilizer today on someone else's field. Let's just get rid of this. Return. Yeah, it's been very handy. So let me just check. Oh, there is a decent fertilizing contract. Next time we can do these hoeing ones, because we now have a bigger spreader as well. Only problem is my fertilizer is back at the other field. We need to bring that tractor back around to the farm. So my two goals are to be able to afford the tracked cat tractor and to be able to buy for number 15 by the end of the year. Hopefully we can do. Can't guarantee, but hopefully we can do. Right, let's just make sure we're all strapped here, because when I start to pick these up, they could go flying. We are well and truly spreading. Yeah, the pressure wash will just have to wait. We can't prioritise it, but we will get one. Do not fear. Right, so yeah, we just need to get this to 100%, which is any second, and then we can collect a pretty decent sum. And that, I really hope, will give us the money to buy a water fill point and the biggest polytunnel. Just think what a big leap we can make with that. Right, that should do it. So that was worth 4,326. Yep, that brought us to a very respectable 49,762. Right, I'll see you back at the yard. We need to get the water tanker, and then we're going to head to the production field. Yeah, I just can't get over those oak trees. They have done so well. I knew they were going to be fast. I know in this game oak is just silly fast, but it's just impressive. I think it's because there's so many in one small area. Okay, right, so let's pop this away. We do still need the water trigger at both places. Got 2 polytunnels here. We're going to have a lot over there. But yes, obviously the next big upgrade is going to have to be a big tanker. But this will do for the time being. It will do for this year. Just having a second water fill point. Did I not set that to selling? I should have set that one to selling. Or did I just not take that last pallet? Maybe I didn't. Okay, let's get over there. So there we have our crop of oats. Let's just see the footprint first of all. Actually, should we? Let's build the water spawn point first. So that is going to come under silos, I think, or containers. Yes, containers. Okay. It is quite tall, has to be said. I prefer the look of it that way round, but then got to make sure we can actually access it. We should be okay. That should be fine. Okay, so there we go. And then into greenhouses, £36,000. We do still need to get around the back there. Don't want to make it too tight. Okay. And now all we have to do is just go backwards and forwards doing the water. this whole area, I think, will be concreted eventually. I'm sort of I just put the crop in because we had to get a crop in, and then we can design it from there. And then whatever space we don't cover, we can harvest. And it might seem like a strange idea, but I think it's actually quite strategic. And then into here. Look at the distance we have to travel. It's fantastic. We could have polytunnels going all the way up until it gets too uneven. Although we could still level it. That's full immediately. Everything is working very, very efficiently. So yeah, nicely filled. 40,000 litres of water we have in here. Lettuce! Yes, I would do other stuff, but lettuce just seems to be the most profitable. And there's still quite a bit of the field which has not been touched. So, I think once again, this has been a very, very positive episode. A lot has happened, a lot of progress. Now we can focus on getting the fields all good. They will probably have to be hoed next time, but we can just rent the hoe, and then we can do a contract for hoeing to get the money back. It's all very clever. And then, yeah, ultimate goal for this year, as I keep saying, is to get this field. But if we can get this field and get it drilled in the winter, in the autumn, then that is going to be a very, very good step in the right direction. Just trying to put my seed under cover. Okay, right, so I don't think there's anything else to address in this episode. It's all just going really well. Because we have all these productions auto-selling, overnight there's going to be, again, quite a bit of money coming in. Oh, look, we've almost got another full pallet. I did empty this trailer into there, off camera, so that's all going well. And look at this, I just can't get over these oak trees. They have done so well. So we're going to have to get a telehandler at some stage. Let me just check and see if we can rent a telehandler in the future, or if it's over 100,000. I think they're over 100,000, so we're probably going to have to save up for one. Yeah, we'd have to buy one. So that is quite an expense. We could rent one of these, but it's probably not heavy enough. How heavy is that? 5.1 tons, okay. Yeah, these are almost double. Wheel loader, again, out of our price range. So yeah, we're going to have to buy a telehandler at some stage. I might see if there's a modded one, which we can get hold of, but that'll be in the future when we do the tree work, which will most likely be after harvest. But I guess actually, since we're now in that period where we're just waiting for the crops to grow, we do have some weeding to do, maybe we could do some tree work. Are they fully grown? That's the big question. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody, hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.